Hey folks, welcome back to Trusting Unbarred Gaming for another episode of Star-Citizen. So we have a new ship we've added to the fleet at just over 31 million credits. It is something I'd been saving up for and had planned on buying, and then this last, about 2 patches ago, they nerfed some of the salvage, so I'd kind of waited a little bit. But it holds so much salvage, I decided to just go ahead and make the purchase and bite off the bullet. So we've brought in the Aegis Reclaimer. This is a massive ship. Again, at just over 31 million credits. You can see just how massive this is. This is 1 footpad. So we'll do a brief tour of the ship. There are 2 entrances to the ship. There's a single elevator here for 1 person at a time, and then there's a cargo elevator back here. So there's a cargo elevator here that you can go up, and then there's a back door right here, which is simply to drop cargo down. It doesn't come all the way down. It does have problems fitting the 16 SCUs through it, but we managed to get it done. Right now the TDDs at our home planets are still messed up again, so I can only sell here what I can fit on a ship and put on the cargo grid. So this ship has 2 hoppers. Between the 2 of them, it holds 240 SCU of salvage. Alright, this is the bridge area. Like I said, we'll do a brief tour. There are multiple engineer stations on the ship here. You have some consoles here that are for remote turrets and scanning. You have the main cockpit here with the pilot and the arm claw operator seat. And then we have 2 salvage seats for 2 people there. You have a ladder here that goes up, and then you have an elevator right here. Now there are other channels that have done all the specs on this that have shield and HP value and the guns and all that, so I'm not going to go into all that, but you have the ladder that comes up there. And here you have, when they add the drones, these are 2 drone seats to operate drones. You have a hallway on both sides of that, and here's where some of your components go. You have a doorway there that leads to an airlock. It also goes all the way through your kitchen area here with a table, microwave, your basic essentials in a kitchen. You have the captain's quarters here, some bench seating, your bed, and of course bathroom. Across from the captain's quarters is the crew quarters, where you have showers, bathrooms, bunk beds, some lockers. You have two airlocks, one on each side, and an elevator that goes down to an engineering section. And you have multiple layers back here. So we'll start off with the salvage processing. As you can see, I already have some salvage in here that didn't sell the other day for some reason. They said they didn't have a demand for it. But you have two hoppers here. Because I don't have enough to sell, I can't show you, but you can sell everything from 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16 SCUs. So we've been doing the unverified missions again, doing salvage. The prospectors are really easy, but obviously you're not getting a whole lot, especially when you have to fill up 240 SCU. I got a Cutlass Black here. The only thing with some of these is when you get there, it's not the ship that they're advertising. So here they're saying a Cutlass Black. You may get there and it may not be a Cutlass Black. It may be, the other day it was a refueling ship, or so just keep that in mind. Yeah, next ship, space station now. So you got to watch this from the base person. And there's the goals. This is like when you speed records. What is it? You know, about salvage and NPC enemy. It's zero grams, my ship blew up. Also, too fast to do one prospect fade. It's the ship, it's third mission. You know, I was like, all these like 252 or something. That's not ideal. When you do these unverified missions, there is into NPCs. There's others. Seems not right. Now it says scrap and YSI, so don't know your time. The ship's not a big deal. Just like prospectors don't take the other ship's black. Some it's going to be something else. You don't know what it's going to be. So wait till I get that proximity alert. Then you're going to switch seats. Come back here to the salvage operator seat. When you do the prospectors, it'll do both sides at one time. You do also have a tractor beam on this, but with these bigger ships, it won't generally move. It'll move them, but it won't turn them over. We had been using the Vulture. The Vulture, you only have a max of 39 STU, 26 in the bed if you overload it, and then 13 in the hopper. Again, this has 240 in the between the two hoppers, and then the grid will actually hold more than 240. So it's showing 1% left. So I don't bother moving the ship for 1%. We'll just come to this side seat. Now when you break these ships up, it will throw some of these parts, so you may have to move the ship then. So we're going to go to the fracture field. As soon as it fractures this ship, we're going to right click to go to the disintegration field and try to suck up all the pieces before it kicks them too far out. It's going to start with the smaller pieces first, and then it will move to the bigger pieces. Immediately right click. As you can see, it's starting to chunk some of those pieces. Tells us the mission is complete. See the little green circles as they progress. Tells you how much of that is being disintegrated. When it reaches the full circle, it has disintegrated it and sucked it up. Bigger the piece, a little bit longer it takes. Then generally you'll have to move the ship to get the pieces that it kicked out. Once they're disintegrated, they don't always highlight. So now you have another Andromeda, a Prospector, and then a Miss Starfarer cleanup. You also have these risky missions, which are going to be bigger ships, but obviously if it already tells you it's risky, you know there's going to be some issues. And then a majority of these are going to be around Yella. Not all of them, but some of them. You're also going to other ships out here that have some damage on floating. They have a shield on, then you'll be able to salvage them. Originally those ships are not saying they're spectacular. There are players high out here. And when he's actually waiting for people to come pick up salvage stuff, other transfers like that. Of course, you want the players out here to salvage as well. Most of the ships that you're going to use salvage on are going to have the greenish type paint to them. Got to do this a little fast forward to get the shield up. So it's got to work progress on how many stack those. We'll print out 10 6 to use, and then we'll start bringing up 4 to use.
You only have a little bit of space left, which you're trying to center won't fit completely into the hopper. You don't have room. You want to light your circuit. So the green dots from the circle, then progress is how much SU you can get from which comes to stage 8.1 for that piece. You have to lose it for the bigger chip, obviously, faster. You can also do that for line bases if you run into something. Sometimes it takes hours to find a chip when you do that. Whereas this is guaranteed you're going to find a chip is formation. So you're searching for chips, you run into C2s and things like that. Again, it may take a very long time to run into those types of chips. Back when I was doing that, sometimes I spent hours searching space for chip. I've done some parts before I moved chip 3 times. I didn't have to myself, but moving seats, not really that big a deal. Especially since you don't have to split tons of memory, all this drama. And it says it's so fast that I moved seat a couple times. I spent 115 3 2 4 up. I fast forward the rest of these ones where I'm done. Here, I don't know, a faster. Check how fast it's going. Like, you know, go, turn off them. Chip do it, definitely watch out for asteroids. You know, a chip like this, these asteroids every day. And when you lose a chip, do those sounds to flood in a chip. You don't even need line bases or doing anything. You can see that say out here in spaces. Okay, where is the chip? So your line is not going to mark the chip. We can mark out the chip and that. It says, hear me yet? Let's see if that's it. Alright, same chip. Switch on chip. Oh, it's trying to yellow. Alright, so our timer is started, but it's not showing us where the next chip is. That's weird. I don't think that's the chip we were contracted to do. Yeah, the chip here. That was a hammerhead. So it's not marked on right now, it's a glitch. Hammerhead chip is quite a cargo, so we have to do all this for. So I think we said, there's quite a few glitches. It's a small pocket picture, patch update, that's one log in. So I'm going to command from that side, something like this. And you notice the little shoe, so that's noise another salvage. That's the first time we ever salvaged those items. I think we have to do these. They'll be settled, shipped out of the door for salvage. Standard part of the 94 way. So when you buy your design with electrical, ready, constellation, sometimes they will put multiple ships. That's how it does. There'll be multiple ships that are salvage. So you get something else with your constellation. I have no idea really, multiple ships marked for salvage. Alright, over. That's the first one. Think about that. I did one of these, the whole one I just see, and I think about maybe a third of it done before I fill up the whole 12 times, so I'll be nice to you. As I leave the rest of it. A lot of times you can see, like you're saying, we have a shadow passing over. When first start going into the ship, a lot of times the asteroid passing in front of the sun behind us. Sometimes the ships, kind of, it's not even stopping, that's what it is. Obviously, we're going to the claw in this, not going to the ship. So you can see radar, you can see. I was actually in the claw in that ship that after another one ran into us. I have a little one side, you know, pass on the left side, and try to avoid the remaining ones. The ship has 6 guns on it. I'll have access to 4 of those. And never return to the guns. I believe there's one return that turret operations from the front of the guns. I haven't returned to the 16 yet, I believe that no. I don't know where the return back would be, I don't know if it's like there for access to the return. I believe one of those. Before you blow the ship up or something, salvage, you go to EA there and see what happens. It's something you want to mess with. You know, most of these are not hardware guns on. That's not going to say percentages left. I never lose it that. I imagine it's on the other side, but the way I see. It's not highlighting at all. Maybe put it down. Alright, there we go. I was just trying to get parts before we go.
So it's showing us that there's a total of 201.2 SCUs. That's going to be more than we can fit in the hopper. So it'll pick up the smaller pieces, but we can only take 107.7 SCU. Now, we can always go back there and print some of them boxes out and then finish sucking up what it'll let us suck up. And you can see that it's highlighted in orange, which means it's going to be too big for the, too much for the hopper to take in. And this piece on the left, it was going to suck it up, but. So what we can do, instead of just trying to pick up one piece and then run back here, is we'll just go print some out, make room for it. Anything that doesn't fit on the cargo grid, we're going to have to put in storage and then put on another ship, which is not the end of the world because we've got some cargo to pick up, some Terranite. All right, so you can see we have 101 of construction materials and 30 of recycled materials. So on the 30 of recycled, print out a 16 XU. And then we'll come over here and we'll print out 16 of the construction material. Again, you can only fit 10 of these 16 SUs on the grid back here. So when you get close to 10, you need to turn off that auto eject. Because anything over 10, you're going to have to put into storage and then load on another ship. Alright, so now recycle material, we have 14. Again, back here you can only fit 2 of the 16 SDUs per side. And then you can put 3 of them up here. So the 220 SU, that's all these guys. That's a little bit. So one hit, let's just go with. I never put in something on to
That's only 2.6 million. And all the areas up. I do like it real quick. That's the second. I can't have a 31 million credits. I can't put. And I will. When I was out to that, which is I think so. I was going to have a chip. But chip is quite good. Alright, we'll just last finish. It was going to last to the zero. Alright, so that's real quick, we'll do that. There's just a few. I like to start with in fights. We damage the shields again. Make sure one gets out. You think the power of this trigger. There's the shields. Alright, that's fine. Let's see if this one gets acceptable. Wait, that's damage. I see this. One of the engines. Stop ringing. Stop making percentage. Let's see. I just think search invalid, which means it's not going to use shield run. I search shield run. Our search shield trying to salvage. And final cargo there is one. And shield run, shields. No, mess it up. Yes. Alright, secret 2 to even rounds. That piece may not fit. Here's that super though. Let's go. Also, press over here. Hello. Not your lens though. I think that's too big. It's not large, it's too big. It's now. I'm seeing that in the circle, I think. I don't see how to go. What do you sound like? Something Alright, let's get back. Here's the view. Start off on the south gate up here. Alright, good contract. Alright, now the first full. You could open out one box and come back, but check the original version. It wasn't back out. I got all boxes out and rebuilt some more. You have to see the version back full. You walk box out one way, and the first hole, double anchor holes, out of the back, and jump box in there. And then follow your version into your earlier, and so on. It's not working properly. And I'm also going to fit in cargo. And the cargo max out, get a was in the Bible. So you see things like chips, we're going to do it. I'm just not going to turn the anything up. I'm just going to piece it up. That's what we're going to do. We got the game ship here, but there are a bunch of these things running through. So I'm going to try to do your change. Let's max. Alright, so request sexual hanger. A lot of times these things you request hanger, but over the hanger request. Alright, so down. Hanger down. Alright, and we're going to have to run down maybe. Good, purple. And we should burn that fuel. And you have to check out onto using the poppers. So the ship has a work that can go up. And one thing I have to fix is the bottom ports. So we have to fix the bottom ports. There's one thing hopefully we can a little bit. I'm not sure if I but I just start going with 10. So we're going to 4. And we put 3 more of the things used. So instruction, we just need, I'm going to get it off. Then we'll get try to put this up. Put this in down. Alright, that's one. And then we run out of use. So we got 103 different use. We're going to start with the use. Calculate how to do one, whatever you. And we're going to do one of these. We're going to 4 down in the part holes. We're going to force the object. And this is the bottom. So. Here. I just like things like so we're processing the second ship. I see people find them. And so we're going to recycle it. Anyways, that would be taking a ship person. Alright, so another thing I like to do. And here's the left. We're going to have a 4 left each. Now, I hope that really is the story told, yeah, told, told part of it. It's only part of it. It's just space. And when you TV. And it's not check the bottom. Yeah, there's nothing. It's there. It's top. It's that. It's not the very. There's this. I was just attack. So they don't. You go there. It's not happening. It's quite fast. Anyway. Real quick. Take these down, see if I can get it. Holding. Right, I got 1 too many fours. There's 2 more down here. Depends. I can track what these do. Which they're good. Basically, I have 1 too many fours. Those are in the south pole. So we'll just track stuff. And then roll the way into our down and we'll bring our driver. We will add it down. So the rest of down here is 2 now. We're going to do 2s for 4 fifth. 2s. That means we're I don't know what I need to go back here for good. But take a look at this. How do we work? Nothing else. So we just here and 4 back there. So I'm going to take 4 top 2s. I'm going to do that way. Here. Take this 4 right down here. So we have to now we actually put 2 more 4s there and 3 more 4s there. So we have 4 more. So I'm down and roll. Double. One. I'm going to do these up. That's the left. We got 69. So that's about 4. This. So it off. One more 4s go. So we have more fun. Okay, so we're and we just stop. And that's one. Alright. And let's work as between these 9. And we got the 3s over there. And go to 5. And go to 2. We got 17 more. Okay. And 2s. Okay. So let's go into the other fidelity. So let's go into this. And we'll take it down to the gold. We got them in there. Where's that one? So that's going to that's going to load it off. Right, so that's part of the fit. That's the roll. So down to the torch. And we're going to torch. And we're going to use that addition. No big deal there. We'll do. So we'll check my lights. Get the fuck off. Over there. Right, okay, it's enough. I'm going to stop off. I'm going to see whether or not. I'm going to here. You can help. When you use it, fit right there. If you're going to get it, I'm going to there and see if they fit there. What we're going to do is about 20 rescue, what's that drill? Right now, 16. Let's see what's that. No, wait, system moving, so was that right? Pop it down. Yeah, that's it. Again, like whatever's not going to go. So that's it. So I'm going to figure out what we're doing. Anyway, we're going to go down to the south pole. I guess that's out. So come here, we're going to do this way. Go to the top here, and no. There. Now these are not off the top. Right here. As you can talk a little bit. Yeah, that's on my way, but not. Now you're going to down. Switch. It's still true. I'm sorry, I'm going to switch. Right, I'm going to do it. I cannot get 16 to the switch. Just that. Now let's terminals. Both sides have sword access as well as terminals to Europe. Sword access on ship. So these are both sides. That's the point. Get both sides names. Have a access in the base terminals to Europe. Right, so down. Also comes here to switch it up. Here's corner. This is all 120 cargo. We have to go over that grid, so not going to do that. What have to do with that? So we're going to box here. You see what things use. I think that 2 are. Over. We're going to go outside. Right, so down.
Obviously, if we select Orison, nothing happens because they still haven't fixed it. Imagine that. So we want to go to our Aegis Reclaimer. In demand. We have, I'm not sure why it broke these up. But anyway, it doesn't matter. 338. Oh, it's because one's recycled and one's, okay. 338 of the construction materials is going to bring us 128,800. Of course, we have to pay for them to auto offload it because, again, TDD's broke. And then now they're saying there's no demand for 227 of it. What the fuck ever. 35 SCU of the recycled materials where your money's at. Only 35 SCU of that, and you're making 281,400 after you pay the fee. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, I'll have to edit that down because it's going to be a pretty lengthy video. You have to sell it from the ship. For whatever reason, we started off saying they was in demand, and then when we go to sell it, they all of a sudden say it's not in demand anymore. That's another thing that's just recently been popping up. That does happen when you bring a really large amount of cargo to a place, like when I'm bringing the methane from the refinery over to over there by ArcCorp. They had some they wanted, but they wouldn't take all 1,000 SCU of it. And so I had to wait around a while, come back and see. But this, I think, is more of a glitch because it showed it wanted it, and then as soon as we hit sell, it decided it didn't want it. And that's kind of odd that it would do it like that. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll keep working at it. We may have to load it up and take it somewhere else. Like I said, we still got to bring that Terranite order over, and so we'll see how that works. We had the by the time you see this, this video will come out on Saturday. Friday we posted our C2 our Hull C. We got 2 missions to work on it, and Sunday we'll have a video coming out where we ran into our ace pilot doing our orange level missions. So make sure you check both of those out, and then we'll continue to have trying to vary the videos up. Certainly wanting to use the reclaimer and make money with it, but until they get these TDDs fixed, you're going to have to jump through the hoops to make it work. We really appreciate you watching. Thanks to all those that are liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. We greatly appreciate you. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.